Dad signed over the enterprise. I poured a decade into it to my celebrated best brother simply because he has a family. How do you confront a lifetime of being overlooked when the one person who should have championed you decides your entire future for you, right over dinner, and makes it clear you'll never be good enough to lead? It's a bitter pill to swallow when you've poured your entire being into building something, only to be told you're just the hired help, while your brother, who couldn't tell a wrench from a screwdriver, gets the keys to the kingdom. My name is Ethan, and for as long as I can remember, the scent of grease and the roar of heavy machinery have been my comfort zone. I'm 33 now, and most of my life has been spent wrestling with colossal engines, finding rhythm and logic in things that confound most people. Our house, the one I grew up in with my dad, Frank, my mom, Eleanor, and my older brother, Cody, looked perfectly normal from the outside. But inside, it was a constant, silent negotiation, a deeply uneven playing field where my brother and I were always on different teams, and Dad was the only ref. Cody was the school kid, the one who meticulously ironed his shirts and brought home good grades. Me? I was happiest out in the shed, my hands perpetually grimy, dismantling old hydraulic pumps or figuring out why a busted tool part didn't work. It wasn't an issue that we were different, not really. The problem was how Frank responded to those differences. I remember when Cody got pneumonia in high school. It was serious, genuinely scary, and Frank practically lived at the hospital. When Cody recovered, Frank never really stopped treating him like a fragile museum piece, something that needed constant, extra attention. It didn't matter that Cody bounced back completely. Frank acted like he was permanently delicate, and everyone else just had to adjust. After that, the favoritism became this quiet, undeniable hum in our lives. If Cody and I argued, Frank took his side, no questions asked. If Cody brought home a decent test score, Frank would beam for days. But if I said, "Hey, I got an A," Frank would just nod, "Good job, buddy," and move on. It wasn't cruel, just obvious. When there was attention to give, Cody always got the bigger piece. Then came the award ceremony. Man, that one stuck. I was in 5th grade, and I'd won a school award. I remember telling Frank in the kitchen, and he smiled, said, "Of course I'll be there, champ." Eleanor reminded him the night before. Everything seemed fine. Until Cody overheard us. "You're skipping basketball for that," he whined. "Dad, we were gonna practice free throws." Frank hesitated, like he was genuinely weighing breathing against not breathing. Eleanor stepped in, sharp. "Frank, he needs you there. Basketball can wait." Cody just rolled his eyes, muttered, "It's not even a big award." The next morning, before I left for school, I reminded Frank again. Full story video link added in below.